So Lakers lose a few games. They are dysfunctional. JJ's crucified. Lakers win a few games. They're going to win the championship. No, let me tell you. They're playing bad basketball. That's the problem. It's not just losing games. Losing games happens all the time. It's how they're losing games, right? It is the issue that the Lakers are having more than anything else is it's how you lose games. If Lakers lost yesterday to Orlando and it came down to the wire and they're playing well, all right. If Chicago, they gave up 146 points, how you lose has something to do with it. And by the way, how you win also has something to do with it. They were crushing teams. They went through a stretch where I think they went 7 games in a row, 6 or 7 games in a row, where they're giving up under 102 points, 102 or below. That says something. That says something. It's not about crown them because they won 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row, 5 games in a row. Who did you beat? What did it look like? What does the team look like? I think that has more to do with it than anything else. For me, I don't really care. You know, you don't want to, if they win 5 games in a row, you don't want to say, oh, that's it. They're the best team in the NBA. What does it look like when it happens? That to me is the thing that's most important. Okay, let's keep going here. All right, Seiko's got a good point around here. Due to raised expectations, first round is a failure. If you exit in the first round, I'm with you on that. Doesn't that sound, for me, that now sounds like a really, really big issue, and it would be wildly disappointing if that's the case. I still think they're going to win in the first round. I still think that they'll close out the season. I mean, I have some hesitation in saying this. I still think they'll finish out the season better than they have been playing, but they still got a tough schedule in front of them. Indiana tomorrow, followed up by Chicago is playing well. Memphis on the road on Saturday. You got 7 of your final 11 games that are going to be on the road. So it's not like the schedule's not going to help them all that much. Let's get another one in. DCRU, thank you. You're very kind with your supers. I appreciate you. So I believe Lakers should listen for Austin Reaves trades this offseason, especially if they get bounced in the first round, second round. Well, second round, you know, if you lost to Denver in the second round or OKC, I don't think that means that it was a failed season or anything like that. Do a lot of people feel this way on the Austin Reaves portion of it? Austin Reaves, this man has become a very polarizing figure on the show. I feel like there's a lot of Laker fans that maybe don't appreciate Austin Reaves as much as maybe I appreciate it. Let's use that as a topic. You guys feel the same way about Austin Reaves? Somebody help me out here. I want to know if there are a lot of Laker fans that think AR is a great piece for the future or is a great piece to go get another piece for the future. I'm going to read some of these comments here. Everyone is in panic mode. Well, don't lose 7 of 10 and nobody will be in panic mode. Yes, that is correct. All right, let me just see a couple things on the AR piece. All right, he's a baller. Love me some AR. No, why would we trade Reaves? Okay, this is all I'm looking for here. Reaves is solid, not perfect, but solid. Big fan of Austin. All right, finally some people are talking here. Listen, I said this, and I do agree, or I do genuinely believe this. I do think anyone and everyone on your roster is on the table. If the Lakers are willing to trade Anthony Davis and if Luka Doncic is on the table in the NBA, then anyone can get traded. And that's okay to have that conversation. The only thing I will say that will potentially hurt the Lakers with Austin Reaves, next year will be the final year of his contract because the year after that, he's got a player option. And it is absolutely impossible for Austin Reaves to play out that player option because he's going to be making $15 million a year. That ain't going to happen. Too good of a player. By the way, popular player, marketable player, productive player, and not making a lot of money in NBA terms. So that's the only piece of it that could be a problem, is how much are the Lakers willing to offer Austin Reaves? What are other teams going to offer him? That could be the only area that I look at. Sliwa, I like AR, but he's never going to be a superstar. His ceiling is what you see, but that's okay. Nobody's saying he's going to be a superstar, nor should anyone have the expectations that he's going to be. The only reason why Austin Reaves is a conversation, I'll tell you why it is. The only reason why Austin Reaves is a conversation is because he's wildly outplayed what anyone thought he would ever do. And he's put himself in a conversation of, hey, can he potentially be an all-star? But that was never his expectation when he first came into the league. So that's actually a compliment to him that you're having any type of conversation like that. A couple more on AR. Untouchable, found gold. The AR hate is dumb. The dude plays hard, smart every game, and his salary is a steal. I like Reaves, but I'd rather have him in the second unit. Okay, here's another one. Not with Luka. So I think what Jason's trying to say there, he likes AR, but not with Luka. AR's issue is his inconsistency. Is a solid piece, but needs more consistency. Yes, AR should be a bench player now that we have Luka. You can't have them both together because they're defensive liabilities. I think the other problem that kind of comes with that is when you have LeBron, Luka, and AR together, there's a little bit of, redundancy. There's a little bit of, you got too many guys that do the same thing. AR gets lost when it's those three. AR is not lost when he's on the floor with one other player like Luka or one other player like LeBron. Yesterday, watching that game, AR, Luka, and LeBron, he gets lost. He gets lost because you got two other superstars on the team. Get a couple more of these here. I appreciate Austin. I want to keep him with Luka and build off of them. All right, let's get some more in here. All right, so interesting stuff. People got their point. I didn't know that was going to be a conversation today. I didn't. And I still, later in the week, this was, I did a members-only video on Friday, and I was asking for some ideas on topics and things along those lines. And one of the topics was looking at the upcoming offseason for the Lakers. What would their options be? I'll spend a little time on that because somebody here is saying trade Rui, trade Gabe Vincent, all that stuff. We'll get into what those contracts look like, and I'm going to actually do that later in the week. That's a good idea. Here's one. Robert C. Slate, all Laker fans saying this: adversity is good for us, and these losses are good for us. Are truly gambling with our playoff and play-in lives down the stretch. Kobe would never be satisfied losing. Yeah, Robert, I got to be honest with you. I don't think anybody is. I don't think there's anybody on the Lakers that are sitting back and saying, "Hey, this is a good thing that this is happening." But it is their scenario that they're in right now, and what they do with it, we'll have to wait and find out for. All right, thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.